Welcome everyone to one of our podcast series, BIMAGE Cafe. Before I dive deeper into the conversation, probably one of you guys asking, who is this guy?
Who are you?
I've never seen this guy before in the podcast series. So my name is Aiman. I'm basically the trainer on one of the products that we carry in BIMAGE, which is called PDMC. And also, I'm also a product manager for the PDMC. I'm actually covering much more on the manufacturing side, so not much on the BIM side. So given that today we're going to talk about more on the manufacturing side, right? To give you a context, recently we were making an event, right? We had an event, JB with Universiti of Malaya, right? Regarding a competition, a design competition, right? The title was Electrical Vehicle, EV. So that was the theme, right? So we had a winner, right? We had a winner, and then we get them prizes and everything's done already. It's just that today we're gonna talk a little bit about that event with the winner team, the member of the winner team, and also the president of the club that organized it, right? So there will be 4 people from joining us today for the podcast, right? So give a big applause to the members of the All right. So together with me now are the 4 handsome people, right? So one of them are the president of the club that organized it, and the other 3 are the winning team members, right? On my left is the president. So I think I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourself. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right. So starting with the president first, and then we go to the team members. Okay. So tell me your names, your roles in the project for the winning team, and then of course the president. What is your roles and everything? Alright, so yeah.
Okay. Hi, Aiman, and to the audience, I'm G. Currently a third year student studying mechanical engineering at and also my first time doing a podcast. So I'll let the others to introduce.
Okay, so I'm Fu Jiaen, and I'm also a year 3 mechanical engineering student in Universiti Malaya. And this is also my first time. And my role in the team is to be a designer, basically a CAD designer. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Shen Wei, and I'm a year 3 mechanical engineering student from Universiti Malaya. And this is also my first time for doing podcasts. And I think we will be introducing for the thermoelectric system later. Yeah.
Hi, so my name is Wong Yicheng. You can just call me Wong. So I'm same with them. I'm also a year 3 mechanical student. So I play the role of final designing and the final assembly of the product.
Alright, so come again. I'm afraid I forgot the name already. Mr. G.
Yeah.
G. Fu. G. Fu.
Shen.
G. Fu. Wong. G. Fu. Shin. Wong. Okay. Hope I don't forget. Okay. The topic specifically today are regarding, as I mentioned to you guys before, regarding electrical vehicles, right? Which is aligned with the title of the event that we recently organized. So the first thing that we want to do is to understand the competition itself and the theme, which is electrical vehicles, right? So we want to understand more on that one. So I wanna throw the first question to the Mr. President Mr. G. Yeah. Alright. This competition is actually to challenge the student, right? To design the solution for the EV industry. Correct or not?
Yeah, correct.
So on your perspective, what is the main objective of that event? You can elaborate on your
okay. So for sure. Actually, for IMechE we've been dealing and organizing a lot of competitions throughout the years, and it's not our first time. But I find it quite meaningful in organizing competition is in our classroom and our academics, we've been learning the basic and the fundamentals, like principles, working principles, concepts, and everything. I think like 3 of them have already mastered the basics and performing quite well in their academics. So what I find it challenging and difficult is integrating what they learn into a combo punch, into a system, into finding a solution to our current problem, which is one of it, which is on EVs lah. And as you mentioned previously, EV is a growing trend. Yeah, and there's a lot of intrinsic and internal problems to it. And I think throughout the competition, students will find a way to solve it, like through research papers, through YouTube, by finding like lectures to gain some insights and some thoughts on it. So I think organizing a competition is quite meaningful for both lecturers, for industry players, and also for students as them. Yeah.
Understood. So out of curiosity, out of the many theme that available out there, you can make it as an industry 4.0. You can make a title of a semiconductor, right?
Correct.
So why specifically do you choose EV design as a theme?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good point, because semiconductors is also a growing industry and also quite competitive industry as we know. But the main reason why we chose EV is according to the National Energy Transition Plan by the government. Actually, they are quite ambitious like they are aiming for 15% growth in EV sectors by 2030, and by 2050 they are aiming for 80%. So it's quite ambitious But as we all know, in Malaysia, EV is not that friendly because the oil price is quite friendly and reasonable. Yeah, we're taking a baby step. We're still in the infancy phase so as you can see from China, from US and other developing countries, actually EV is already quite matured. But for Malaysia, it's still in its infancy phase, because for the charging equipment and for the station is still not that variety, and also a lot in Malaysia yet. And also the battery is also the concern, which is consumer don't see the reason to buy an EV yet.
Yeah, that is quite a fair reason. And also I think I want to add something by having this kind of a theme, right? I think it's also aligned with the Malaysian kind of a policy, which is pushing towards the sustainable transportation, right? To reduce the carbon footprint and everything, right? So I think that is quite a good reason. The next question, I think I want to ask Mr. Wong. All right. So on your own opinion, what made your team interested in joining this kind of a competition? What is the interest?
Okay, so to answer this question, actually before this we never goes for much of competition. So we would like to try ourselves to involve in different kind of competition where we can apply our theoretical knowledge from the class. So actually last year we have going through with SolidWorks applications through internship. So we found this chance, this opportunity to apply the skills that we have learned. So it motivates us to join in the competition to create an innovative solution for the EV using the software application of Autodesk Inventor and Autodesk Fusion 360.
Right. So that is kind of interesting things. Of course, like you said, there are a lot of tools out there, right? There are a lot of tools out there, Inventor, SolidWorks, right? So specifically what we carry in BIMAGE is basically in Autodesk Inventor we have a Fusion 360. We also have AutoCAD, a software that people have been using for quite some time already, right? So all of these kind of tools already implementing AI, right? So they have been working on the cloud nowadays instead of on the local hardware, right? So I think this probably the tools that I think we like to you guys to try innovating it, using it, right? To innovate on the EV side lah. Alright, I forgot your name, sorry.
My name is Fu.
Fu, okay, Mr. Fu. When you first saw the challenge, right?
Yes.
So what was your approach on brainstorming the ideas? or your other team member also, what kind of approach do you use to brainstorming the ideas, to come up with the ideas?
Okay, first when we encounter the problem, then we identify what's the main aspect that we need to focus at. Maybe it's on the feasibility, it's on maybe how's the design gonna lead to the sustainability. After you identify the aspect, then we do some research on the maybe website or internet or any research papers. Then from that we collect all the points and then we do some categorization. And then like all of 3 hours did all these things. Then after that we conducted a brainstorming session in which we share our thoughts and ideas on that. And
all
then
the insights.
yes. And then we didn't care about how unconventional the idea is. So as well as innovative. Yeah. Then after that we only by doing that, then we choose the best idea, like the best solution that fits to the competition criteria. Yeah.
Understood. Alright. So during the competition itself, right? Did your initial concept change or get evolved during the competition itself? Is there any amendment last minute or what? If so, how?
Okay.
Or you just get it right at the first time?
Our idea did evolve through the time lah. So first, our idea is more on the thermal management. So
that is your initial
Yeah.
ideas lah. You want to go more into the thermal management lah.
Yes, and we are thinking like how to manage the thermal efficiency, like make it more efficient. Then after we did some research, then we found that there's a thing like DEG module. So this DEG module is like thermoelectric generator. So it works on the seeback effect that it can generate powers when one side of the plate is hot and one side of the plate is cool.
Correct. Yeah. Alright. I think we pretty much understand already lah what was the competition was about and why the theme was electrical vehicle already. Right? What was it was being chosen. The next topic I want to cover is regarding the innovation in the EV design itself. Right? Which is your winning project lah. Right? So the innovation that we had in the EV design regarding your winning project. I think to Mr. Mr. Shin, yeah. Would you tell us a little bit regarding your project? What is it about actually? What kind of a problem did you aim to rectify?
Okay, so from our best understanding is that EV is a rapid growth industry, right? So it have faced many problems like the overheating of the battery pack and the dangerous when the collision occurs. Yeah, so when we are doing our research on these topics, we find out that the criteria or the critical aspects of EVs to improve their performance and extend the lifespan is by improving the thermal management systems. So based on just now Fu just said, so we have discovered the material, or we call it modules called DG. It's basically stands for thermoelectric generator module. So its working principle is that we have temperature difference between materials, and the material is actually made out of two conductor and
two different material.
So it has a hotter side and a cooler side. So when the hotter side has electrons with higher energy, or we call more excited, then it will migrate to the cooler side. Therefore, it can generate potential difference, or we call voltage, for the EV's applications.
Interesting. So, out of the many tools that we have from Autodesk, right, such as Fusion 360, Inventor, AutoCAD, Alias, so there are so many different tools, right? Out of those tools, which tool did you specifically use, and how did you use it to, to idolize your project? I think Mr. Wong.
Yeah, sure. So to answer this question, so the two software application that we have used is Autodesk Fusion 360 and Autodesk Inventor. So both of them play different roles in our competition project. So in the competition, we first of all we use the Autodesk Fusion 360 as it provides a seamless collaboration between us. So it consists of a cloud platform, right? So this cloud-based platform allows all of us to done the product design in the same time.
I see.
Yeah. So everyone has the access to check on the other's progress, and everyone can always update the things. Yeah. So all the files are accessible by everyone. So after everyone has done it, then and the final assembly person who done it, so the file is accessed from the Fusion 360. So I will just import all the Fusion 360 file into my Inventor to do the final assembly and some further modification. So yeah, so I will be using the Autodesk Inventor as it provides a lot of functionality and especially towards the assembly part.
I see. So did you, I believe there are, other than Inventor, other than Fusion 360, I think there are sub features inside it, which is such as such as simulations, right? So simulation also, we have many different kind of simulation. Did you use any of the simulation tools for the to check whether the design integrity is good or not?
Yeah. So actually we wish to do it, but regretfully because we are not there good at the thermal part. So because our project is about thermal, right?
Yeah.
So for simulation of the heat transfer, we regretfully fail. But actually we found another way which we use the reference from the website, like how a piece of TEG plates can generate how much of voltage, and we do some research instead of simulation. We do research based on the other part.
So it's a research base.
Yeah,
it's a research base. So, if I may know, can you name one of the reference that you get from regarding the thermoelectrical things, if you remember?
The reference.
The reference. Did you get it on a thesis, based on thesis, or is it based on the website given by the companies, or what? Is there a book? I'm sure you guys not learning it during the study, right? Other the lecturer will be teaching you about EV specifically, right?
It will be chaos.
I think I can answer for that. For example, I've came across a research paper. It's about using the bismuth satellite as one of the material for the TEG. Then I think the researcher compared the material with something called telluride. Then they compared the efficiency. Then they found that the bismuth satellite is some sort of eco material and is more sustainable.
More sustainable.
Yeah. Then I remember about the research paper.
Yeah. I think this is a good example of what to the other students. You can actually go research more into the research papers out there, right? Instead of just relying more onto the lecturers, the books, right? It doesn't teach you everything, right? So this is the main reason why we are making this kind of an event or so-called competition, right? To give people a way of how do they think, to teach people how do they think, how do they find their resources, right? So this is a very good thing to hear about. The next topic I want to touch is the relevancy of the EV and the future of the EV. Right. So to the Mr. President, right? Okay. So I think we've all agreed that the EV industry is growing quite rapidly throughout the entire world. All right. How do you think of the competition like this could help to prepare these handsome students for the real world challenges?
Yeah, actually, maybe I can relate it to my internship experience previously, because previously I was interning at Texas Instruments, which is one of the semiconductor companies. And after my internship, I feel that a lot of things couldn't be taught at university, because I think the maximum that we apply is only about 5% into the industry.
For sure.
Yeah, and also industry, they have a lot of rules and regulation.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of stuff is private and confidential.
A lot of standards.
Yeah, a lot of standards, a lot of things that cannot be exposed to students,
Correct.
cannot be accessible through online. So I think through this competition, they could know more about EV as well. They could have a sense of what the industry is about, because they have to do some research. They have to connect with industry players, with really EV makers, and so on, to know that whether their design or solution is relevant or not, whether their design is feasible or not to the current industry. So I think this competition really helped to bridge the gap between industry and academia, and also to help them to prepare for the real world. Because in the real world, it's not that straightforward, it's not that easy. Yeah, so as we all know, it's not easy, and it's quite tough, because a lot of things requires money.
Alright.
So yeah. So during my internship, although they ask for a solution, but at the same time, the solution need to be cost effective. You need to have a minimal cost to solve the solution.
Cost effective, time effective.
Yeah. So there's a lot of factors playing into it. It's not always that straightforward. So I think, yeah.
Yeah, true. I agree 100% with it. Alright. Okay, this is a little bit out of the context, just a little bit lah. I'm talking about hands-on experience, actual hands-on experience, right? This probably not really regarding to the competition itself, but I think we can find some age to relate it with. Hands-on experience, how important it is on your opinion?
Yeah, in my opinion, hands-on is very, very, very important. Yeah, because if without practical application, it's just words on paper.
Correct.
It's just theory, it's just formula. So I think the beauty of engineering is that we could apply what we know into application. Let's say into aerospace, into automotive, into semiconductors, into construction. That's why we have so cool buildings. That's why we have iPhone, we have Samsung, we have all these products, because we put engineering into application.
Correct.
So that's what I find beauty in engineering.
So like one of my Sifu was saying, there's no power if there's no torque.
Yeah.
If there's just RPM, no torque, there's no power. Right? That's engineering, right? That's physics 101 for you. Alright. So to the winning team, Mr. Fu, before the competition, how much did you know about the EV technology and also sustainable kind of a mobility? How much did you know before the event?
Actually, if according to our study in class, basically we didn't touch much on the EV, but maybe through the social media or any website, we can access the materials on our own. Then I think we know something about like sustainable mobility in EV. So for example, the regenerative braking. So it's using the braking power to like regenerate the power to charge out the battery. And then what else? There's also like the changing of battery in China. Basically they pre-charge the battery, then they just change the battery part.
Alright, Mr. Shin.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to direct this to Mr. Shin alone. This is an open question. How much of the Autodesk did you know before the event? Other than SolidWorks, right? So I think I know that you guys have been using SolidWorks for some time already, right? How much did you know about Autodesk tools before the competition? Is it just AutoCAD or?
For me, I only used AutoCAD before, but for Inventor and Fusion 360, I think it is a very quite new application for me. For example, the Fusion 360, I never imagined that when you seamless collaboration between teammates can be done so easily. As there is also something called the version control, right?
Yes.
So if someone has made some changes on your design, you no need to worry about what is the previous design I've done.
Correct.
But I just need to change the version back to the previous one. Yeah, and the integration between the Fusion 360 and the Inventor is very special too, because I can directly import the file from Fusion 360 to the Inventor, and when I want to make any changes, because the others do the parts, right? So when I want to do the changes, I also can make it in the Fusion, and it will automatically change in the Inventor too. Yeah. So this is all the things that I didn't know before I joined the competition.
Yes. So basically, what Mr. Wong is saying that the tools that we have inside of Autodesk, it covers up many different approaches, many different stages of the design, and they work seamlessly, they integrate seamlessly, right? So for example, like Mr. Wong said that they have been using Fusion 360 to do the conceptual design, and then from the conceptual design they want to transfer it into the Inventor to make an assembly, right? So the transfer, the conversion, actually there's no conversion, they just transfer from the Fusion 360 into another platform, which is Inventor, seamlessly. Compared to other competitors out there, they probably need to convert and there will be something missing, right? So yeah, what kind of a skill did you gain, the most outstanding skill that you gain out of this competition that you think probably will be useful in the future? Anyone?
I think from this competition, of course, the main skills is improving is our technical skills. Like we explore more tools other than SolidWorks that taught in university. Because I'm actually a full-size student, I have never learned about engineering stuff before my university life. So before joining the competitions, and only SolidWorks for me for 3D modeling, but the Autodesk tools offer more possibilities to collaborate between members and offer more simple options to modeling, especially in cloud, that is not offered by the SolidWorks.
Yes, very, very true. Alright, what Mr. Shin is telling is basically people have been spoon feeding by the lecturers. Okay, you have to use these tools, you have to use that tools to any kind of specific kind of a process in the engineering. So what we were trying to do was actually we want to bring out some of the extra tools that they can use, so that they know that when they are out there, they have plenty of other options that they can use to do the designing for the engineering, right? Not just a specific tools given by the lecturers, right? So this is the one of the things that we want to highlight out of this kind of competitions. All right, I think we have come to the last part of the podcast, right? Just in the blink of an eye, right?
Yeah, very fast.
Suddenly, very fast. All right, so advices and future opportunities. So to the winning team, any one of you guys, right? This is an open question. Looking back, if you're looking back, right, what advice would you give to the student next year who will be participating? What kind of advice do you think you want to give it to them?
I think I can answer for that. Okay, so I think my advice will be three. First is be more specific to the competition criteria. So for example, you need to know this competition is more to innovative, so you need to generate an innovative solution about EV. Then also make sure that it is visible and then is sustainability, all that. Then second advice would be basically be more familiar with the CAD software. For example, the Autodesk products, or try to explore more on the product rather than just focusing on what we learned in the workshop. And then the third one would be working as a team. Basically, if three of us are designing, then it will be time consuming and it's hard for us to gather all the points. Then basically maybe one person can do the research, one person can do the basic design, and the last person can do the final assembly at that stage.
So the communication lah.
Yes, yes.
So be creative, generative, explore tools, right? And then communication,
Yes.
right? All right. To the club president, I think this is probably the last question.
Yeah.
All right. So, are there any upcoming competitions or workshop or a networking kind of event that students should look out for in the future?
Yeah, there are plenty of events upcoming for the next semester. For example, like competition, we have future case study competition, which is collaborating with Gamuda and also IJM. Having Sophie, which is Speak Up for Engineering competition, drone soccer competition, sports competition, and workshops in Penang in collaboration with Cytron, and also a lot of upcoming technical visits, talks, and everything is still in collaboration and in discussion lah. But stay tuned for our IG, which is IMechE for further info and updates. Yeah.
So how can students stay involved by through the IG lah?
Yeah, through our IG, or if they are currently studying in they should be joining our WhatsApp group. Yeah, so we will be updating that as well.
Yeah. So I'm sure the prizes will be quite
Yeah.
good as well. All right. So there has been an insightful discussion, a very insightful discussion, right?
Agreed.
So I want to thank all of you guys to be our guests, sharing all of your experiences, for your time as well. Traffic jam.
It's an honor to joining you.
Yeah, it's an honor to inviting you guys as well. Thanks for coming. For those who are interested in EV design, sustainability, and engineering competition, stay connected with them and us for the future events. All right, follow us, updates, and subscribe. All right, hit the like button, and see you on the next session of the podcast. Thank you.